Hola, mi compadres, Brian the Boat here, and today I have some good news for you today, and that is we finally have the Japanese Empire on our side in World of Tanks. Isn't that good? Fantastic! I knew you could agree with me. Now, I'm going to read you the patch notes that they gladly had on their website because, I can't, I'm really bad at this game. I really am. I tried so hard getting good videos, and this is the best that I can. So please don't hurt me in comments. I understand that I suck. I don't need to be reminded. So, let's go ahead and read the patch notes that they have. And, of course, this came out in April the 12th of 2016. And so here we go. It says, Tankers, at attention! 3 new tank branches are coming along with the arsenal from the Empire of the Sun. The entire Empire light and medium tank lines will be available soon, along with its premium vanguards, the STA-2 and the Chi-Nu-Kai, which will also be continuing in the Japanese tech tree. Plus the new maps, Highway, Steppees, Redshire, and Pacific Island. I've played on Pacific Island, and it's actually pretty good. It's a small map, which I really do like. And it will offer new hotspots to contest. So, this practically came out with 4 maps and then 3 tech trees. But let me tell you, you're gonna probably gonna get disappointed with the tech trees. It actually isn't what you think. To my opinion, it's 2.5, because with the medium tanks and the light tanks from the Japanese branch, we only get those 2, and the light tank versions of those Japanese tanks only go up to tier 4. So I don't expect to go up all the way to tier 10 for the light Japanese tanks, because they're not going up. If anything, they're just gonna go up to the tier 5 Japanese medium tank, and then it goes all the way to tier 10 or 9, I believe. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it only has 2 branches right now, and no, I'm sorry, it does not have the heavy Japanese tanks, and I'm absolutely sorry for that. I was a little disappointed as well. I was like, I want to try out the new Japanese tanks, the new Japanese heavy tanks, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. We'll wait. I know. And then we also got a new branch in the German line, which goes up to the Leopard X, I believe. I'm not really sure, but we'll keep reading the patch notes. And so, the Imperial Arsenal, and it says, Japanese tanks are flexible vehicles with potent cannons, excellent gun depression, and decent mobility. While most of these tanks inherently feature flat surfaces which won't protect much, progressing higher up the tech tree will give you gems like the Type 61 and STB-1, both placing their emphasis on firepower and agility. In World of Tanks Blitz, I actually got the honor to play against an STB-1, and it was actually pretty kind of hard to difficultly, that's even words, try to defeat it, because even though the armor was garbage, it had a really good gun that kind of scared me. But of course, this is World of Tanks Blitz, so they only had 7v7. So he was like by himself, and we had 3 tanks. We were able to take him out, but he actually took out two of us, which was me and some other guy. But the guy finally killed him at the last second. It was just like, oh my goodness, he literally did it. So if you guys are really interested in in fast tanks that have a good gun, but you obviously know this is a glass tank practically, so a glass cannon. So you're going to have to be careful of what you do, and you can't be so aggressive. If you want to be aggressive, very well then, but there's going to be a high chance you're probably going to die. So let's see what tanks that come with this update. And so we have the Retunat Ost-2, the Type 95 Haigo. By the way, I'm going to really butcher these names, so don't expect perfection. Apologize for that. We got the Type 98 Kini, the Type 5 Kiho, the Chini, the Type 97 Chiha, the Type 1 Chihi, the Type 3 Chinu, the Type 4 Chito, Chito, oh my goodness, the Type 5 Chirai, the STA-1, the Type 6-1, and the STB-1. Really, very good tanks. Oh, we got some, okay, so we got other tanks as well. The American auto-reloaders galore. By now, you're probably seeing the T1E6 PS or other low-tier auto reloaders rip apart tanks in seconds. Now, the opposite end of the spectrum is coming. This U.S. branch features fast-firing auto reloaders from the quick and nimble T-71 to the offensive juggernaut that is the T-57 Heavy, which places a massive emphasis on firepower above all else. And then, once fully armed, these auto-reloaders will deal a tremendous amount of damage, but like high-powered cannons, they're lethally loaded, period, so heads up. And these tanks do include the M7, the Tu-21, the T-71, the T-69, the T-54E1, and the T-57 Heavy. And then we got some Soviet reinforced steel. As crazy as it might seem, this incoming branch has even better armored tanks than the Soviet heavy tanks currently available. That's because this line relies more on old-fashioned raw armor thickness rather than sloped, angled armor. Tanks like the KV-4, yes! Yes! Oh my gosh! Yes! I literally love that tank. In World of Tanks Blitz, I went hard with that tank. Once I got it fully upgraded and I had everything ready for it, I was freaking wrecking. It was so good, I didn't even need to equipped any equipment with it. I'm pretty sure it would have been so much better with it, but it was so good, you didn't even need that stuff. And it was legit. It was like, oh my goodness, I love this thing. So now I'm really happy. Yes, this is a good update. And there's no sweeter sound than hearing clink, clink as endless enemy rounds ricochet off. Yeah, the KV-4 really has really good armor. And so, more armor means less mobility, but a heavy tank, you're not really thinking about that anyways. This is true. Oh, we finally have the T1 Heavy. Alright. Oh, yes, the KV-3. Another favorite one. I love the Russian heavies, especially the ones that they have right now. In World of Tanks Blitz. Goodness, that was so good. Alright, so they have the T-150, the KV-3, the KV-4, the ST-1. I had an opportunity to get that in World of Tanks Blitz, but I was just like, nah, I don't have that much money. So, and then I stopped playing it, and I had to delete it because it was too much space. And then we have the IS-4, and so we have more Germans, which is the German prototypes come to life. The popular German line is also gaining a battalion of prototype heavy tanks, such as the once I don't even know what that says. To the atomic... Oh my goodness, I cannot read right now. I apologize. To the iconic Tiger, the Porsche Tiger. If you ever... Oh, is this the Tiger? I hate the Tiger P. I hate it when it's in stock, but then when you get it, it's just like, it's decent. And then you have the... If you ever wondered what the Lekchik would become if it evolved, you would get the VK45.202B. 2.02. Let me repeat it again. I apologize. The VK45.02B, a powerhouse of a heavy tank which excels at side scraping. But without question, the spotlight is the arrival of the heaviest of the heavy tanks. The tank that pulls out the mouse and massive. Yeah. That was a stretch, but we're talking about the Tier 10 Mouse, the experimental super heavy tank. Ooh, here comes the pain, y'all. If y'all are really good at this game and you're looking for a new heavy tank, go for the Mouse. The Mouse is pretty good. And these are the tanks that come with the new update. The VK 30.01P, the Panzer KPFW 6 Tiger P, the VK 45.02 AUSF-A, and the VK 45.02P AUSF-B, and finally the Mouse. And then we have other things that says BattleField, Corvette. All these new tanks need more room to play, so along with this arsenal, we got 4 new maps coming with, 4 new maps with the experiment test. I cannot read right now. I apologize. Which we have Highway, which is victory on the highway requires tactful play and close quarters, such as when you're in town and you're seeing the surroundings. When they open, watch the minimap closely with advancing. You never know from where the enemy thrusts might come. I hate the minimap. I mean, like, I never paid attention in my life in World of Tanks Blitz, but now I'm gonna have, like, old habits die hard, as they say, so pay attention to that mini-map, it helps a lot. And the Steppies, and step into Russian Steppies. This map is perfect for classic tank battles with plenty of room for maneuver, long sights for firefights, and sporadic cover in case of the danger. There's a road splitting the map in two, but only the very brave should think about continuing down that path. Watch your flanks, keep your eyes on the minimap, and watch the skies for potential enemy artillery bombardment. I remember the first time I met the artillery. I didn't last. No, my goodness. And then we had Redshire. The undularity, I can't pronounce that. Trove, I can't pronounce it either. Of Redshire may seem endless, but that may not be a bad thing. Tanks with decent gun compression, like the incoming Japanese line, can make use for these hills to peekaboo unexpected enemies. And then finally we have the Pacific Island. Originally designed ground up by the talented development team, Pacific Island is a contested battlefield set in the middle of the Pacific campaign. Take a look at the beautiful yet deadly new battlefield. Imperial Steel arrives early next week, so start earning and saving your silver for XP for these new tanks. You know, I don't know about y'all, but I think Wargaming actually did good for this update. Oh, and little heads up, if you haven't noticed, they added a new update like a little while back where new environmental changes where your tanks would get some nice stuff. So like if you're going through dirt, you'll be like, oh, I got dirt in my tank. Sand, you got sand in your tank, and then snow. I kind of like snow better because it has a little bit more better physics to it. And so like you would get snow in your tracks, and then if you stayed idle for a long time, snow would start to communicate. I'm not going to be pronouncing that word very well. Start collecting it on top of your tank, which is actually looking really cool, and it really looks nice. The new environmental change. You can see my tank actually being wet, so I actually do appreciate that as Wargaming doing that. So it's really fun to see the new Japanese line. Obviously, it's going to take me a while until I can get to tier 5 because I am not good at this game. If anyone has any tips for me and would love to help me, that would be very appreciated. Or even better, if you have any videos or any replays that you have that you would love to send for me, I would love to show them on my channel because I am getting really tired at losing over and over again and getting crappy playthroughs. I'm just like, what am I